Hello and welcome to Calumontour. On this video we head to the Museum of Royal Worcester. I didn't realise I hadn't made an intro to this video. The museum celebrates the famous company that makes porcelain for nearly 275 years. The museum is sat at the original Royal Worcester factory. There's been a museum in this spot since 1879. Yes, you heard me correctly, 1879! Today the museum has around 10,000 pieces in its collection. One of the best things was these plates, and it shows you the thickness of the plates and how over the years they've got thinner and thinner. The museum itself boasts being fully accessible, and you can get 3 hours free parking on the street outside for blue badge holders. Sadly, the lift wasn't working at this time and it is in fact broken. They're trying to raise money for it, so it's not 100% accessible, but hopefully in the near future that'll be rectified, be fixed, and we can all get here and go up again. The collection was fascinating. I love seeing how the trends and fashions and styles changed over the decades and centuries. They also had audio description machines that told us so much more about what was on display, and we would have never known half of it without them. So yeah, I definitely recommend getting them. So this one here is saying it was built by Geoffrey Hammett O'Neill, and he was on quite a high wage for what he did. And he was a painter here, and they asked him to paint a giraffe, and this was his idea of a giraffe. So what have we got here?
So this shows, these scales show that how expensive tea was back then. So this is the price of tea, and we've got labourer's weekly salary, a whole pig, 6 pints of beer, a pair of workman's shoes, and the monthly rent of a small house. So if we put one on there...
Let's have a look at the monthly rent of a small house. Oh,
Tea's still more expensive.
and then
We leave it.
on. And then that's me rent, so I need to go and get a pair of work boots.
Oh.
Oh, that's okay. It just shows you. Ooh. Okay.
But tea's still more expensive than your boots as well.
Yeah.
What are you trying next?
So if I wanted work boots and some beer, so what about a whole pig? Let's have a look at the whole pig. So if I wanted a whole pig,
Tea's still
tea's more expensive. A labourer's weekly salary.
Tea's still more expensive. If you have labourer's salary and a whole pig, no.
So
Just shows how expensive
if I wanted tea, that's my weekly wage. Oh, we can't say that
Yeah.
now. I was wondering to see other scales.
Yeah. Just shows how expensive tea is, doesn't it? Was. In this chest are examples of black and green tea leaves, like those drunk from small porcelain tea bowls in the 1700s. Take a sniff and see what they smell like. Okay.
Have a whiffle.
Oh, it's strong. Oh, you love it. That one, I prefer that one on the
So you
right.
prefer the right?
Yeah. You'll love that one on the left. The one on the right smells more like...
Oh, I love the one on the left.
Yeah. By the late 1700s, tea drinking was an important part of British daily life, and tea had replaced ale as the national drink. Plain water was often not safe to consume at this time. Brewing or boiling both remedied this. The wealthy drank black and green tea varieties. A household with servants might allow them to recycle the used leaves for a pot. It's very good of them, wasn't it? Just have my used leaves. It says this was one of several large vases made by George Owen for the Chicago World's Fair in 1893. Working with both hands, he skillfully added 5,300 hexagonal decorative holes without destroying the vase's structure. Wow.
I'm not too sure why, but at this point, it feels like we need some classical music to set the ambience. So that was the Museum of Royal Worcester, and it was a spontaneous thing that we decided to go there and film it. And I tell you what, it was amazing. The history that they've got in there was amazing, and being able to paint as well and say that we have painted in there, and with all that history, we won't get a job anytime soon. I think they just let us walk on because, well, it wasn't that good. We get it because we can't pick it up. We get it in about 3-4 weeks. So, well, hopefully the postman will bring it. But accessibility wise, there is a little parking in around, but there's not many. And the lift currently is out at the minute. They are raising money, but they're a charity and it's going to cost about 70,000. So I recommend, if you like this type of thing, come down, have a look, and if you can, donate to them as well. Hopefully you can get that lift going and we can get more people to go and have a look. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a little bit different what we normally do, but I've enjoyed it. I recommend it. See you again soon. Bye bye. So it's been just over a month now since we were at the museum, and I've got to say, I really enjoyed that day. It was so much fun, and really, really the best part of it was painting this guy. Still not named him yet, but comment in the section below and let me know your suggestions what we should name him. But it was about 2 weeks, I'd say, before he turned up. So thank you so much for the team at the museum for sending him out. I think he's really cute. The colours, I'm a perfectionist, so you think, oh, I could do better there, but for the first time, yeah, I like him. So I'm new to YouTube and creating content and things like that, so bear with me while I iron out the flaws, but that's me, that's what I do. And I just like to create videos. It's a creating content, and that's what I really enjoy more than anything. So please consider subscribing, because it really does help me out so much more than you'll know. And I'm being disabled. It's great to have a creative outlet that I need on on a weekly basis when I can get out and do things. So yeah, I really do appreciate it if you could give us a like and comment on these videos. But moving forward, we've got plenty more things and the horizon that I'm planning on doing. So please stay tuned and think about that. While we were at Worcester, thinking about it, we actually did a little walkabout after the museum, but it was getting a bit late because we'd spent probably longer than we should have done doing these. And yeah, we went to the cathedral. But while we were walking in, the lady behind the counter said, "Look, it's closing very soon. You can have a quick look around, but yeah, we are about to close." So I did actually record a tiny bit while we were in there, and I'm going to leave that at the end of this video, just because I thought I've got to put it somewhere, and yeah, for only a couple of minutes long. So I thought I'd put that in for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do. But that's it for this episode of Calumontour from the wonderful Peak District, Worcester, and myself. I'll see you all very soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye.